All right, Shalom. All right, let me get straight into this lesson, but I'm going to be going back into this false teaching of hell. And it's a stronghold that's on a lot of our people's minds to this very day, right? But you Edomites propel this madness with your, with your bullhorns and your rallies. Look at this right here. These dumb fucking Edomites, right? It says, stop your sin and believe the gospel, obey Jesus. They believe in the so-called white boy that they've been presented as truth, which is the idol. Right? His name is Yahweh and he'll be a so-called black man. It says only Jesus saves from hell. This is complete madness, man. But this your typical bugged-out Christian right here. You Edomite Christian, right? And you got Jake, you got different genres of this hell belief. All right, I'm gonna break this all down through the spirit and with truth to break down this stronghold, right? Look at this. It says hell awaits, judgment is coming. Now, judgment is coming, right? But there's no concept of hell. Hold up, and according to you Christians, ain't God all love? But he'll send you to this place forever, right, to burn. Man, you people crazy, man. But you call us crazy. You the ones that's crazy. All right, 2 Peter 1 and 16, you got a lot of our people get all into this hell concept. Why? Because they stupid and they been brainwashed, right? I'm going to get into this cold article that breaks it all down. 2 Peter 1 and 16. Let me go to the top. There says New Living Translation. It says, for we were not making Salakia. Let me go to the top. New International Version. For we did not follow cleverly devised stories when we told you about the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach in power, but we were our witnesses to his majesty, right? So it was a time that we was all lost, confused, and into this rat trap called Christianity, but we've been set free, right? So this is nothing but a lie, a myth, tall tale. This ain't nothing new with this hell concept. Do you know the word hell is not even in the original Bible? Let me show you this real quick. Right here. I put in when was the word hell invented? It says 725 AD. So this word was not around to 725 AD. That should blow your mind. So this word hell is a new concept and it was not a part of the original Bible, right? The Hebrew and the Greek. This is a new concept that was interjected by the Roman Catholic Church, right? So they can have control over you through fear, right? Check it out. So that's why we come with the facts to break down these strongholds that's on your mind. It says the word hell is derived from the Anglo-Saxon word hella, derived from Old English, Old Norse, Old High German, right? It says 725 AD. You check this out? So this is a relatively new concept. Let's go here. Let's break it all down. So this word hell is goes back into a Germanic word. This is not even a Hebrew or Greek word. So the Bible that you have right now is a translation into English, but the original text of the so-called New Testament was originally written in Hebrew and Greek. And the so-called Old Testament of the Bible was originally written in Hebrew. Why is this important to notice? Because you'll note that this word hell and this concept of hell did not exist. All right. This was a new concept. So let's go here. And you got something called Dante's Inferno. I'm gonna get into that, but let's get into this article real quick. Okay. Right here, this is a cold article right here, because it just gets straight to the point. Right at the very top. Let's break this all down. It says hellfire torment is a pagan idea. It is a pagan idea. What does a pagan mean? The pagan believe in many gods, many concepts. They don't believe in the truth. They worship idols. All right. At the top, it said in ancient Babylonia and Assyrian beliefs, the netherworld is pictured as a place full of horrors and is presided over by gods and demons of great strength and fierceness. So you look at the artwork of the Greeks, which would be the Edomites that took over the original Greeks that were dark-skinned people, right? So the Edomites brought their philosophies, they teachings, right? They doctrines, and implemented them inside the Greco-Roman world. First you had the Greeks, then you had the Romans, which were all Edomites. That's why it's a very perverse time. That's why you got naked statues of men rods out and women butt naked on statues. And it's glorified and celebrated as fine art, right? Which really is perverse. Right, let's keep going. It says the ideal of suffering after death is found among the pagan religions teachings of ancient peoples of Babylon and Egypt. They portray the other world as featuring pits of fire for the damned. Check this out. This is a very heavy thing I'm about to read to you. This is gonna clip a lot of stuff because it's not a new concept. They do this to control you through fear, right? It says at the very top, it says the ancient Roman emperors kept power over the ignorant masses, the people, right? By creating myths of afterlife to keep them locked up in fear. You hear this? Read this again. It says the ancient Roman emperors kept power over the ignorant. What's ignorant mean? Stupid, without knowledge, right? So on and so forth. Ignorant masses, the same thing is happening today by creating myths of the afterlife to keep them locked up in fear. Let me keep reading. It says the pagan belief in immediate transit of individual souls after death to the state of perfect blessed heaven or to a state of continuous punishment, hell, right? And it's really hell right here on earth. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it and take that brainwashing off you, it says or to an intermediate state of purification, purgatory. So that whole purgatory thing is a Roman Catholic teaching that's been integrated inside of the so-called Christianity, has greatly weakened the expectation of Hamashiach coming. Check this out. It says pagan ideas of a fiery underworld date back far as Nimrod. So this is not a new concept. By the 3rd century AD, many distortions of the Bible doctrine had resulted from the church carelessly allowing pagan beliefs to mix with apostate teachings that mean the truth. So you had these Edomites that came and tampered with the Bible, interjected their whole concept, their doctrines, their beliefs, their Greek mythology, Roman mythology inside of the Bible and switched words around. At the top, it says the traditional concept of hell does not come from inspired Hebrew or Greek manuscripts. Do you hear this? It says it is a pagan myth adopted as Christian doctrine in the 3rd century by so-called church fathers. The traditional concept of sinners being tormented for all eternity in a fiery hell is clearly from the imagination of pagans. You hear this? It says the main features of hell as conceived by Hindu, Persian, Egyptian, Grecian, and Christian theologians are essentially the same. The Western religions from Roman times through the Middle Ages borrowed the doctrine of eternal torture from the pagan philosophers. Well, there you go. So if you still believe in hell, you a dum-dum, right? And you ain't gonna get it, right? But they gave you the images too. This description of Satan ain't nowhere in the Bible. When you go into the word Satan, when you go into the Hebrew word, it means adversary, right? So anybody could be Satan, right? But yeah, let me go here. Let me show you some more. Let me show you some more stuff. So let's go here. And you think throughout the whole Bible, right? The prophets were thoroughly warning Israel about their wickedness. They would have warned you about this place called hell. This would have been elaborated throughout the whole Bible if this was a real thing. Use your common sense and put on your thinking cap. It's just common sense. Right here at the top. So this gonna clear up a lot of madness too. It says biblical terminology. It says in the King James Bible, the Old Testament, term shalom, shalah, I think that's how you said it in the ancient Hebrew, it's translated as hell. You hear this? 31 times. And it's translated the grave 31 times. Sheol or Shalah is also translated as the pit 3 times. It says modern Bible translation typically rendered Sheol or Shelah as the grave, the pit, or death. That's all the word means, right? So let's go here. And all, the word didn't come out to, it wasn't used at 725. That's a nail in the coffin. But let's just elaborate because we got some slow bellies. It says Inferno. So Dante's Inferno was some poems, a set of poems that birthed these philosophies back into the earth when the so-called white man came back into power around the 1400s. Would be the Renaissance. It says Inferno. It says Italian for hell. It's the first part of the Italian writer Dante Alighieri's 14th century epic poem Divine Comedy. It is followed by Purgatory, the Paradiso. The Inferno describes the journey of a fictionalized version of Dante himself through hell. Fiction. Guided by the ancient Roman poet Virgil. See, let's go to this guy Virgil Salakia. Check this out. This Edomite right here, right? It says around October 1570 BC. So these re-emergence of these philosophies, right, that people currently believe in today. It says Virgil's work has had great influence on Western literature. You hear this? Most notably Dante's Divine Comedy, in which Virgil appears as Arthur guide through hell and purgatory. Well, there you go. Right? You can do more elaborate research to go deeper. Right? But this thing, Dante's Inferno, you had a lot of images come out of this, right? It's madness, man. Let's go here. I think I got one more thing to show you. But yeah, this is mad, bugged out, monkey-minded Christians, you know what I'm saying? Don't have no understanding. And let me say another thing too. The word hell has been interdicted as a stumbling block, so that word wasn't there, so you have to go deeper to find out the true understanding. That's where study comes in and being dedicated. All right, Daniel 12, let me jump down to 9. And he said, go that way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end. So the understanding of this Bible was sealed for a time. Now it's been unsealed. It's unlocked, right? 10, many shall be purified. The elect, and made white, right? So that's why the so-called white man labeled himself white for what it means. They're not white people. They Edomites. It says and tried. So it's not going to be an easy get in. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through some hell. It says, but the wicked shall do wickedly. So the so-called white man only going to do what he's designed to do. It says, and none of the wicked shall understand. So they're not going to understand this Bible. But the wise shall understand. So it is going to be a flip side. The elect of the nation of Israel will understand that this concept of hell was all invented, right, to put you in fear so they can control you, right? It's all about control, right? Because once they control you spiritually, they can control you mentally, physically, and emotionally, right? Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Kal Hala Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Bahashim Rakha Kodash. Shalom.